Ladies and gentlemen, I keep telling you, they honestly don't care about your kids. Let's take a look, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, and I bring from Seattle to you another example that liberals care more about criminals than they do your kids, unless they can grandstand on a tragedy and promote another one of their little liberal messages and ideas. And David Hogg coming out, you shouldn't put guards in school. Kids feel like they're in prison. And what else were they saying this weekend at their little march? Uh, Cops in school negatively impact black kids. Hey, notice you didn't see inner city kids at that march, did you? No, the only black kid you saw was some rich black liberal kid. There's been police at inner city schools since the 80s, the late 80s. Sorry. So it doesn't affect us. No, this is their little policies and stuff they want to get through. Let's take a look, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, this is from Cairo 7 in Seattle, of course. It's by Lauren Donovan. Seattle. Police reports allege that a Seattle elementary school principal was uncooperative after a repeat offender broke into a classroom. According to Seattle police, the incident happened Thursday around 2:30 p.m. The school day was almost out when a man hopped the fence onto the Sandpoint Elementary School campus. Student Amani Powell Rodriguez says she was on the playground and vividly remembers the moments that followed. Someone said to run, so everyone ran into the class, said Powell Rodriguez. According to the fifth grader, the man came into her classroom twice. The first time he just looked around. Then he came back. But me and my friend were trying to close the door, said Powell Rodriguez. He kind of looked confused and kind of worried, but he also kind of looked like he knew what he was doing. A report made by Seattle police claims school officials never called 911. Someone else reported there was a lockdown on campus. Responding officer Nicholas Goosley Jr. claims when they arrived on scene, the principal was uncooperative. Does that sound like this principal cares about your kid? No. He provided very little information about the incident, said Goosley Jr. I was only advised the suspect jumped the fence. Goosley Jr. said the principal and two other teachers refused to speak with them. I had not been advised of any crime, so I contacted the suspect thinking I was performing a welfare check due to his mental state, said Goosley Jr. He appeared to be under the influence of narcotics or possibly having a mental episode. Authorities eventually identified the suspect as 20-year-old Laban Harazim of Seattle. Court records show Harazim is a repeat offender with a lengthy list of priors. Harazim has been charged with 9 times within the last year. Reports say Harazim left school grounds with a child's backpack in hand. Goosley Jr. wrote that the principal refused to identify which child Harazim has stolen it from, thus eliminating the victim in the case and destroying probable cause. Cairo 7's Lauren Donovan asks Seattle Public Schools for a response to these claims. A spokesperson for the district wrote in an email, "We have been in communication with Chief Diaz and the command staff at the North Precinct. We have scheduled a debrief with SPD about this event and to determine how we can improve communications and coordination with SPD when SPD responds to calls at our school." Casey McNartney, spokesperson for the King County Prosecutor's Office, says due to the lack of evidence, there will be no felony charges. Instead, the case was directed by Seattle Police to the Seattle City Attorney's Office. Really, when it comes down to it, it's what evidence we have from investigators, said McCartney. From my conversations with SPD, there's a question about what they were able to get after those initial conversations. The City Attorney's Office has charged Harazim with 5 violations: criminal trespass, vehicle prowling, 2 counts of assault and resisting arrest. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see right there, school principal place students in danger. Here you have elementary kids trying to close the door to stop an intruder. No adult is helping them. When the Seattle Police Department gets there, the principal and 2 teachers won't even cooperate. And those little charges, understand in Seattle, they passed a law a couple of years ago, when they were abolishing their police, defunding their police. Cops can no longer arrest for misdemeanors. Nothing's going to happen to this dude. Nothing's going to happen. He's going to keep doing it. And then when somebody gets seriously hurt, oh my God. Well, actually, they'll just toss it up under the rug and keep going. Now, keep in mind, this is the same school district that had a child sex predator meet elementary kids at the library and had them dancing and crawling all over them. I guess that's not much now. I mean, hell, they're doing child drag shows, right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is ridiculous. Next time liberals like Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and uh, um, Francis O'Rourke and Matthew McConaughey say they care about the kids, understand they don't care about the kids, they care about their talking points. But I hope you found this somewhat informative. Please understand what's going on with your kids. These people don't care about your kids. That principal should be removed from his job immediately. Those teachers' licenses should be taken. The school district should be sued. I hope the parents of those kids come together and put together a civil lawsuit and sue the hell out of that school district for letting their kids be in danger. This is ridiculous. And then you don't cooperate with police. This is one of the main reasons I left Seattle. Or Washington State. I wasn't in Seattle, thank God. What a shithole. But like, subscribe, share. And always, especially in these days and times, keep your powder dry and do what you got to do.